on POINT Kristoff Shepperd's remarkable recovery after a month and 10 days in a coma.
I woke up on March the 14th. That is true. Well, they say that only 10% of persons with the injury make it. Well, they're medical professionals, so I can listen to them. But let me tell you, God said no. God always has the last say in everything you do. So never give up on nobody.
Former national volleyball player Kristoff Shepperd has been called a modern-day miracle after battling for his life and coming out of a severe 6 weeks coma. Shepperd's condition was as a result of a major vehicle accident on Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, back in February of 2022. The collision involved a truck and a motor car, the latter of which Shepperd drove. On the initial accident scene, it was recorded that the 23-year-old young man had suffered life-threatening injuries and was rendered immediately unconscious. His case appeared hopeless, and the medical personnel had done all they could have for him. But where modern medicine proved limited, Shepperd's faith was limitless.
Personally, I don't recall of the accident or the coma, because when you're in a coma, you're just lying there, you don't know anything. It's a process. Like last year, let's say March, I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do nothing for myself. I went from using a wheelchair, then I used a walker, then I used a walking cane, and then I walked on my own. As relates to speaking, I couldn't speak because I had a trait in my neck, and because of that, I couldn't speak. When I came out, then my speech gradually started to increase. But it takes time. It takes time. It takes a lot of time and therapy, because I did speech therapy, occupational therapy, hydrotherapy, physical therapy, a lot. Let me start off with God first, because I'm always a firm believer in God. I mean, I believe that you should worship Him every day of your life, not just Saturday or Sunday. Despite I'm a big Adventist, you gotta worship God every day. But also, my support system, every day since I went home, he's been there. My friends used to come up on weekend because I moved to Maiconi, so they used to come from Georgetown to Maiconi every weekend basically and see me. So that support system has been there. The doctors recommended that when I open my eyes, I see familiar faces. So seeing my family and my friends there is good for me.
The young man said the road to recovery was challenging, but once he regained consciousness, he prayed a lot, led a healthy lifestyle, and put in the work to strengthen his body and mind.
Well, when you're in bed, right, your arms can't even move, your feet can't move. The most you could do is pray. So I did that. I mean, I was literally just lying there, and I told myself, listen, Kristoff, pray. And I prayed a lot, right? I mean, when I was in a coma, I was brain dead practically. I don't know what was going on, so I couldn't pray. But when I went home and I gained consciousness, I started to pray. So every day, I prayed every day.
Though Shepperd's studies were affected by the accident, he's grateful for having been able to complete his degree in international relations at the University of Ghana. The former national volleyball player is confident and determined that one day he will return to the volleyball court to play the sport he loves.
Personally, I tell myself it's just time because I love the sport, so I didn't give up on it. I transitioned to administration. So now I'm the president of the Denmark Volleyball Association. I know I can't play right now, but the most I can do is manage. And I know that with me managing the sport, I can bring about the change because I love the sport. Well, I'm trying to produce the first DVA winning team internationally in 5 years. In the last 5 years, because the last senior Denmark team that traveled was in 2017? Yeah, I think so. I was on that team. We lost, and I think the last winning team was in 2015. So what are we trying to do now? We're trying to inculcate a winning habit and change the culture of volleyball in Denmark. I mean, my support system as well has been very great. My friends, my family, and also the government. But more so the director of sport, Mr. Stephen involved. So I say thank you. On the last note, I would say that in life, there are challenges you face, but you can't give up. You can never give up. Always put your best foot forward. Always have a progressive mind. Never give up on anybody, no matter what their situation is. There's always a plan B. There's always tomorrow. Never give up. Always keep progressing.
As he forges his way back to full recovery, Shepperd is making the most life has given him with a strong supportive network of family and friends. He sees the sky as the limit for his aspirations. That's it for this edition of On Point. Do join us again next week for another edition.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
That's it for this edition of On Point. Do join us again next week for another edition.